Welcome back. I've never formally introduced myself to you guys. I'm sure you can tell based on the name, that's where it comes from. But if you don't already know, the 6 refers to the city of Toronto. There's a variety of reasons as to why it's been called that, largely because the area code, and I believe there are 6 big cities that make up all of Greater Toronto. So don't quote me on that. I am, as Ed will say, I am not a geography guy. I can get around, but I'm not a geography guy. But enough off-topic stuff. It's great to finally be back and address you guys. As you can probably already tell, I'm one-on-one with you. Ed's still going to be co-hosting most of the time, but going forward, I will assume more creative control. He's going to keep coming on and doing what he does. I've always said that he carries the show. He's phenomenal at it, and he's a natural, if I'm being honest. And he brings the best out of me, so it's going to be extremely difficult for me to acclimate and to feel like I'm worthy of your guys' time. I hope that if you're listening, it's because you want to, and if you are, I hope you know I care a lot. Really think that going forward, this can be something I can use for good. And I have a lot of life experiences and knowledge that I fully intend to use to make the world a slightly better place. Because I sought a lot of help from a lot of people, and there are a lot of resources and creators out there that aren't really aware of how much they've done for me. Now, I may not be able to know in the future directly who I'm helping, but the idea that I'm there for people who really need it is it's comforting, because there have been times where I had to turn to things like that. I will dive much deeper into that going forward in some solo episodes. I didn't want to hop on here too long and take up too much time, because I have several episodes that I've recorded that are in the vault, and this is just me recording an intro. I promise you guys I will have a much more formal intro once season 2 gets going. I've been working really hard to try and buy a track to actually play as the show's theme music. So fingers crossed that pans out and that they're on board with me using it. And I really hope you guys get to hear the song, because I have the lyrics, I have everything in my head. And one day you'll hear the lyric. But until then, you'll just have to listen to the annoying theme music. Without further ado, I'm going to turn things to a podcast that Ed and I recorded earlier in July. I hope you guys enjoy. If you're a first-time listener, thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy this really great conversation with me and Ed.
Are we live? Are we live and on radio?
We did this last time. Said that live and in stereo. Hannah Baker,
Bro, don't bring up Hannah Baker.
dude.
We'll be on the radio one day.
Bringing up Hannah Baker.
Why are you bringing up Hannah Baker? We were just talking about Mr. Krabs.
Oh yeah, we were. So my question was, and no, your family listened to this podcast. I can't ask this question
You can ask whatever question you want.
about Mr. Krabs. They don't care anymore.
No, they should try growing up. How about that?
They all forgot. My question was, we were talking about cartoon characters and specifically
They're members.
how much they're packing, how much they're schmeat.
Then we went through the list.
And we hit Mr. Krabs, and I brought up the concept that not only is he compensating with his money,
He is.
he's also probably a cuck.
I don't think Mr. Krabs is a cuck, man. He's not a cuck. He's got enough money. Well,
listen, man.
okay, give me a
He also is the definition of getting 0 bitches.
No, Mr. Krabs.
He does not. When do you see Mr. Krabs? I feel like he gets with
he has a daughter.
Miss Puff at some point.
What, is that the teacher?
Yeah, the driving instructor, Miss Puff.
No.
That's the only school I think SpongeBob ever goes to.
That confused me. How old is SpongeBob? Why is he in school? I thought he was like his mid-20s.
I don't know what SpongeBob is. Yeah, we were trying to record an intro for this podcast for season 2.
Season dose.
It is nice and interesting to be back recording like the old times. Things are different.
Things
I
are
have a
different.
different look. You have a different look. You got a lot more beard.
Yeah. I
It
let
looks
go a
good.
little.
The strawberry blonde's coming in.
The straw.
But it's like, it's funny. It gets to like the soul patch and it just goes right straight blonde. Same with your mustache.
here. Oh,
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
like-
right under my lip is
like-
blonde. Yeah.
The centimeter below your lip up, it's blonde.
I know.
You
My
have, like,
facial hair is very confusing, and then here it'll get like almost brown, like
Yeah.
on my jawline, like
Yeah.
cheek area. It's like almost. I am actually just a Neapolitan human being.
Oh yeah, what is that? What are you trying to say?
Hey, bro.
What are you
Hey,
What are you trying to
bro.
say about other?
Whoa, what are you talking about? I'm just talking about hair, dude. We know you're the ethnically ambiguous one here.
I am talking about hair too. Speaking of hair, I got my hair cut. You got your hair cut. Everybody been getting.
You barely got your hair cut.
I got it trimmed to promote growth. Okay.
Yeah, we promote growth here.
Yeah, I've been growing it. I'm like, I've never grown it before. I really don't care that much about people's perception of me right now. So I'm like, screw it. Let's see what it look like. You know, I'm having an identity crisis. I've come to that conclusion. So I'm gonna wear headbands. I'm gonna wear ponytails. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do all kinds of shit before I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna cut my hair and go back to what I did originally.
That's what I was thinking when I did my mullet.
Yeah.
The mullet was rough.
Dude, I don't think the mullet was that bad out west.
It was all right.
Well, I guess you weren't out west. You're up north.
Yeah.
Northern Ontario.
It wasn't. I don't know. It was weird because my hair is just too straight.
Well, I was kind of rocking a mullet, and your dad clapped for my mullet.
When were you rocking a mullet?
Your dad said it was a mullet. It was just because all my hair was long, and he hadn't really seen it without a hat on.
You should try a mullet.
I don't want to try a mullet.
No, I don't.
No, I don't think I can pull it
Both
off.
of our-
I do think I can pull off long hair.
If I had curly hair, then yeah.
I think I'm going to, as my beard gets thicker.
You're gonna go man bun though, or you're gonna go ponytail? Because whenever you say man bun, you just put your hair in a ponytail. It's not a man bun.
I know I don't have enough length to even entertain man bun. So relax.
You could probably get a man bun done right now.
No, I can't.
Yes, you could.
It's not long enough.
How much longer does your hair need to be? It's like long.
A lot longer. It's thick too.
It's like shoulder.
You have to
length.
think about it. It's not
shoulder
shoulder length yet.
Pretty
It's like
much.
down to my chin.
It was shoulder length before you trimmed it. That's for sure. It definitely was.
Some of it was, but it has to grow like evenly. So I trimmed the ends so it'll actually grow. There was some thought behind it. My barber knows what's up. He's like, you know, I'm checking in with him now and then about it. He's gonna help me because he grew his hair out a year ago. No, he started like almost 2 years ago. He said, and I started a year ago, so he's like a year ahead of me. So he knows exactly what to do. Because his girlfriend is also a hairdresser. Well, he's a barber, hairdresser. I think, are they gender neutral terms,
Barber and hairdresser?
or is it
Oh,
like you
actually,
say barber for
I
a
don't
guy?
know. That's actually a good question.
Yeah, are these gender neutral terms, or is
Because-
it like barber for a guy and
you
like
been to a
hairdresser for a girl? Because I don't think.
Have you ever seen a female
I
in a
think
barbershop?
there can be male hairdressers for sure, but is it like dictate the practice of what they're doing? Maybe I'll ask them.
When's the last time you were in a barbershop?
Last time I was in a
Like
barbershop?
a barbershop, not like just you're around a barber and you went to a barber's house or something. Like when's the
No,
last
I
time
didn't
you
go
were
to
in
his
a
house.
barbershop?
I went to his, like, he's got a shop.
Are there multiple? Are there people other than just him working there?
Yeah.
How many women were there?
There weren't any women there, but there sometimes is. It depends on the
That
day.
are, like women are working there and cutting hair.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if they are
his
barbers.
girlfriend Tiff, like she cuts hair.
And is she a
she
barber?
worked there before Cam did.
Would she call herself a barber? Do you think, or do you know? Because that's an interesting question.
I don't know what she'd call herself. That's an interesting question. I know Cam definitely is more of a barber. So is barber like you cut not necessarily men's hair, but you cut short hair? I think that's what it is. And a hairdresser, you just kind of do like you could do short hair, but you'd kind of do everything.
Yeah, because I've seen like a lot of like dudes who call themselves barbers and are just like freelance
Yeah.
barbers.
You know
but
what?
I've never like witnessed a female like freelance barber or
Yeah, you know what?
hairdresser.
Maybe that would be interesting.
They just
maybe
work in the
if
stores.
he's a cool guy. It'd be cool to have on someday. Maybe I'll ask him.
Ask him that. That's actually interesting. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, if I'll reach out to him and ask because
Hey Cam, is your girl a barber? Just say that.
no, she is. She works with him.
I know, but say,
Would
your girl call herself
what
a
is
barber?
your girlfriend's professional title? I don't know.
I've only seen female like hairdresser.
Have you ever gone and had like a hot shave?
Nah.
Dude, you feel cool.
I also haven't.
My
I just
old
haven't been
barber, I
clean
used to
shaven
go
for,
and they do like a hot shave back when I had peach fuzz everywhere. I have a bit of a something now, but still coming in.
I don't know. I don't mess with my. I don't like just let anyone else mess with my beard just because like not even because I don't think they would do a good job. Just because if you take too much of it off, and I'm just nervous for that. If you take too much of it off, it does not look good.
When they take the one blade out, I'm like, oh, that's ballsy.
No.
You know what's up. But I'm also
they
like
take the one where they're just like
yeah. I'm also the single blade. Yeah, and you can. It feels really cool, especially with the hot like the shaving cream or the shaving foam, whatever you call it.
is the stuff that are they just like putting hot water on it? Like how does that even work?
What?
Are they just putting hot water on your face? Like why is it a hot shave? Is that not what you said?
Yeah, so they put like the warm foam. They've got like a foam machine, and they
and it's
put
just
it all on
warm?
your face,
It's
and they take like a
warm?
blade and shave your face.
Oh, that's
And if like, I imagine if
I've never had it done.
you were getting it just shaped, they would still do a hot shave. They would just like shape it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never had that done. I've only had my hair cut.
I don't know. It's the
At a barber.
typical like city guy thing, you know. Go
City
and get your
boy.
hair cut, you know, twice a month. Get your fade.
See, yeah, I've never done that.
You've never been a fade guy.
No, I've never gotten a fade in my life.
Yeah, I know I've made fun of your haircuts in the past, and like you rocking the Ellen, the Miley Cyrus.
Ellen, yeah.
You've had a few looks, but
If I don't
like
have a beard,
I like
look
your
like a
haircut now. It
lesbian.
looks good.
If I don't have a beard, I look like a lesbian. This one right now isn't as bad. I think I figured out my hair finally because like this, I'm okay. I figured out how to style my hair finally because I was doing like a middle part for a little while and it wasn't really working. And then
I don't know.
I
There
don't
were
even know what
points
I
where
was doing.
your hair looked like Sal from Impractical Jokers. His hair. Some days it looks fine, like it looks natural. Other days I'm like, it looks like a 14-year-old's hair. You look like you didn't shower. You wore your hood on the bus and slept the whole way into school. And it's 7 a.m. I'm standing here looking at the back of your head, listening to Oh Canada. And your hair, I wish you cared about it because mine is fried because of chlorine. That was the state of my hair in high school.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Actually, because when I was planting, somebody, I forget who it was, but they were talking about in school when
Yeah.
O Canada was playing, they could be out in the hall and just be walking around and a teacher wouldn't stop them and say, no, stand still and like stand at attention basically for O Canada.
Yeah.
Did teachers in your school care about that? Or could you just walk around like in the hallways and it just didn't matter?
You could get away with inching your way around, but for the most part, you couldn't just go about your day freely
Okay.
during O Canada. O Canada. If that shit's playing in a high school or public school,
Sacred.
you better freeze.
Yeah, you better stop.
You better respect your country.
Yeah, you better. If you don't respect your country, you're not allowed to be in this school. You don't deserve to be here. I guess. I don't know. I forget who it was. I think it was someone from Newfoundland that was saying that, but
There's the couple Newfies.
3 or 4 Newfies.
Dude,
They were all really good planters.
I had a dog, like the Newfie dog. If the Newfies that you were hanging out with were anything like him, I love it.
They hate being called Newfies though.
Yeah?
Like it's like a derogatory term.
I'll call them Newfies.
They hate it.
Yeah.
I met like the first
You're like,
Newfoundlander.
what's up, Newfie? And they're like,
Literally.
fuck you.
No, I like I was introduced to him, and even my one buddy was like, "Whatever you do, don't call him." And I was in the process of saying Newfie, and then he looked at me, and was like, "What?" I was like,
Oh, shit.
jokingly, but like
My
they don't like
B.
being called
My
Newfie.
B.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, my B.
That's so funny.
That's tough. Yeah, so I have a couple ideas for this season, one of which for each of my new guests that I have on, and I guess since I haven't done this for you either, I've got a bunch of vinyls that I want to put up, but I also want you to pick one for the wall up here. I guessed with Josh that you'd probably pick like a Tyler one. So if I don't have it, I'll order it and I'll put it up there.
That.
So it's kind of a memento for each of the guests that I have. You know, a piece of artwork or a project that they really like.
You're gonna replace it, or you're gonna put it up as well?
So I'm probably gonna, once I have enough, I'll take those ones down, and it will only be the ones that I've had on the podcast. But the wall would look pretty naked with just one.
Yeah.
So whatever you decide on, I'll put that on. When I have Josh on, I'll put that on. Like whatever one he decides on, he's thinking about it right now because I already talked to him, and then I had talked to Cole as well, and then I'll have other guests.
I would pick Tyler. You don't like Tyler.
It doesn't matter. It's not about what I like. You can
in
be
your
like,
room. We're in
you'd
your
be
room.
like, there's this song Yonkers that you always make fun of, so I'm gonna choose Goblin. I'm pretty sure it's on Goblin. He hates that song.
Who? Josh?
No, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler hates that song.
Oh.
No, Josh is, he's also a Tyler fan, but like old Tyler. He does not
That's
like
you
new
too.
Tyler.
I see. I don't really like old Tyler that much.
Well, I like this song. It's like, we got diamonds, we got cars, and your bitch be on my dick. That song.
I like some old Tyler. It's just a lot of it just sounds like noise to me. Like
Some of it is him just screaming into a microphone.
Yeah.
But some of it is actually like art. I can't be mad at it. He makes good music.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. I don't like it that much.
I
but
just
can
I don't
appreciate it.
think it's worthy of the accolades he's had. I think some accolades he's worthy of. I don't know.
What do you mean, like winning Grammys? You don't think?
Yeah, call me if you get lost. Really?
Yeah, call me if you get lost.
I didn't, dude. Come on.
You just don't appreciate it as much
Come
as other
on.
people do. Who was he going? He was against what? Cole's album, J. Cole's album.
Was
I
it?
forget even.
Was
what
it
what
After
the albums
Hours?
were.
If it was against After Hours, I would have sided with After
I don't know
Hours.
where my phone is. I can't check. But
Yeah,
What After Hours? What's After Hours?
The Weeknd's album.
Oh, you're just a big Weekend fan. You just wish Weekend won.
And that album also was the fucking biggest album of the pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
how could it not win?
Because Call Me If You Get Lost
It-
was better. It was
listen to
better
those two
produced.
albums.
The production was way better, and it was like,
No.
yes, it was.
No.
The Weeknd just puts out radio hits. I'm sorry. He puts
No.
out radio
That
hits.
is not true.
Yes, it is.
His songs happen to be
The
radio
Weeknd
hits.
is good, but
Dude,
he's also just a radio hit
do
guy.
you realize what The Weeknd is?
You were the one.
He's created it's almost a whole new genre.
Like what? What's the genre? It's
Dude,
it's dance. Like he makes dance music.
Especially, I don't think
It's pop dance.
dude.
That's what it is.
You do not know The Weeknd
It's
if you
pop.
think it's dance music.
dance pop. Like that's
Dude.
actually what he makes. Pop music.
The stuff that you hear on the radio, the Starboy, the Blinding Lights,
Good songs. Great songs.
but that's not The Weeknd. What I'm talking about, The Weeknd, it is often acquainted songs like that kind of challenge the way modern music is made. People call it fuckboy music, but it's also him. He's got self-awareness about it, so he's kind of reflecting back on it, not really talking from the present. So you can clearly watch this growth from like this homeless guy who used to literally rob people for Jordans to get girls. Like that's literally a lyric. Like me and so-and-so used to rob people for this Jordans just to get another nose fix for these hoes or something like that. And there's something to be said about watching someone grow in a positive direction, where most people, when they reach fame, go the opposite way. It slowly just poisons their soul. But if you're already a piece of shit when you get famous, and
We all know
the fame forces you to reflect and become a better person, and
The
slowly.
Weeknd at the beginning of his career was literally just like a womanizer. That's what he was, and that was his whole brand.
For the first half of his career,
yeah,
the first
a lot of
time he
his
blew
career.
up, his radio hits were about being on drugs and hooking
and
up with
having
women.
sex, like that's actually
And like having sex with multiple women. He was not a pop artist. He was the whole industry, and that's what completely. I think that's part of the reason pop died. Is like Drake, The Weeknd, and there's a few other artists that kind of bridge the gap between pop, hip hop, R&B.
It's
But-
it's R&B. R&B pop
Yeah.
is like what he is.
But rap kind of bleeds into there as well. There's such a
a
great.
little. Does
All
The
these
Weeknd really
genres
rap
now,
like that?
man, are like the Olympic rings. They might not be all of them, but there's like usually a couple intertwined. There's a lot of alternative and rock sound in a lot of hip hop today.
Yeah.
A lot of Kanye, Cudi, Travis.
You know what the Young Thug's doing?
Yeah.
But I don't really like the punk stuff that Young Thug's. I don't like punk at all. But
No,
like,
the MGK stuff.
Despise MGK.
I know you really don't like MGK.
So bad.
What about him do you not like?
His music.
Or is
It's
it the
really
fact
bad.
that you envy being with Megan Fox?
I can say both. His music shit and Megan Fox is hot. I mean, both are true.
I mean, yeah. You're
But
not
like
wrong
Megan
there.
Fox is just like I've just become far less attracted to Megan Fox over the years.
She's apparently really smart, but she also like the smart ones also could be kind of crazy.
She just like she seems like she's
You
on
know,
drugs all the time. You know what I mean? Like
not
and like
on
heavy
drugs, just like
she it's the
on
MGK
one.
effect. She's become so much less attractive to me. Dude, bro, she washed a car on Transformers and then from there it was like a progressive downhill.
Just downhill.
That's
You're right.
literally what it was.
You're right. She was the peak of male
Attraction.
male attraction. She was
Yeah.
the upper echelon, the peak.
Good word.
The peak of Everest
Yeah,
was
the
Megan
peak.
Fox when Transformers came out.
Yep.
Also,
Why'd I forget dude's name?
Shia.
No, well, yeah, Shia is a goat, but I don't know. What are you talking about, Shia? I was gonna talk about.
I want to talk about
I was gonna make
Shia.
a
I can
dumbass
talk about
joke.
Shia.
I was gonna make a dumb joke. What's the dude who the Nepalese guy climbed up all the mountains? Name again?
Nims.
Nims.
I love Nims. I love that. You know what? I'll mention my brother because he talked to me about that one time, and I knew
Which brother?
knew he would talk to me about it. Chase. He's like this dude Nims, this documentary man. It's insane. And bro, when I watched it, we both hike and adventure together. It's kind of our thing. So we usually we'll send each other like books or things like that now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this dude Nims, the shit he would do to train was ridiculous. He'd get up at like 4 a.m. I think earlier than that, and put like 20 kilograms on his back, run like 20 miles, go to work, lift weights after work, come home, sleep, repeat.
What a psycho. That's insane.
You're ever doing something and you're like wholeheartedly certain that you know what you're doing and someone's trying to tell you what to do? You need breakfast. And you're like, some mornings you're just like, I'm slow, lethargic. I feel bloated if I eat. Like I have to go, for example, I don't know, if you have to run a race at 10 a.m. I might have something really light, but I'm not doing I'm not eating anything crazy before that.
Yeah.
And am I hurting my body by not eating breakfast and preparing for that? Because breakfast, the definition is just break your fast.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when.
I feel
the
like
only reason it's the most important is because you're supposed to get a head start and eat something healthy, eat something good for you.
I feel like I've done like better athletically or like in any sport that I've played when I haven't eaten before, to be honest. And it's not like
We're not
like if I haven't eaten at
whoa,
6.
whoa. We're
6
not
p.m.
whoa. We're not saying don't eat. We're not.
I'm
But-
not saying that. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say I'm not talking about like 6 p.m. I'm talking about
Saying,
like
know
if
what
I
works.
don't eat breakfast and then
Yeah.
I go poop, I'm fine.
Have you heard of pasta loading? You don't know what that is?
Sounds like carb load.
Yeah, it's like that. I guess carb loading, pasta loading is a form of carb loading, but I don't know. I did this for a lot of swim meets. I just eat a ton of pasta the night before. Your boy would be carved up for the next day, ready to go, energized.
Not have to eat in the morning.
I would eat a little bit, usually like a yogurt and sometimes like a wrap or a breakfast sandwich. But
I'd
by
just be
by
too-
10, I've been up and
I'd be too nervous if it was
yeah.
a meat or
So like,
a
you
race
usually
or
have to
something.
get in and warm up pretty early. So I don't want to eat a whole lot before that.
I don't really eat in the morning like that anyways.
I eat during the meet.
like a
I used
banana or
to.
something.
What?
Like a banana or something or a granola bar.
Oh no. I have to. Like a lot some meets I have like a 1500 meter I need to eat. I need to eat an entire like big bowl of pasta salad or something. Or it's happened a lot of times where I just gas out. That's my problem is I know my motor and I know my endurance. Or I guess I'm not the same level working at it. That's been why you're cooking me lately.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you got that tree planting endurance.
Yeah. It's not even, I don't know, tree planting cardio
So-
wasn't necessary. It was just like a lot of, my legs have definitely gotten stronger. Like
Yeah.
I'll say that, but cardio is, I don't know, we weren't running or anything like that. Like my endurance isn't too crazy, but like, I don't know, I was going all day.
So I think now's a good time to like